Hi there everyone, my name is Birdy Heywood and I absolutely love recycling. I want to show you how to transform an old CD into a beautiful plaque, just like this. And it's very simple to make and lots of fun to do. We'll be using a product that will stiffen fabric and other natural materials. The leading brands of ready mixed and coloured fabric hardener are Sculpting, Pavapol and Paratex, and they're all available on the internet. However, I'm going to be using a less expensive alternative, which is water-based PVA, and this is readily obtainable from a builder's merchant. You can then colour it yourself and the results will be the same. For this project, I mixed some of the PVA with black acrylic paint, and I used a plastic pot with a lid. This way there's no waste and it can be stored for later use, and I save all my plastic containers with lids. Right, on to what we're going to need. A plastic container to put your mixture of PVA and your colour in, a paintbrush, plastic knife is handy, a plastic lid is good to mix your paints on, and also you're going to need kitchen towel, wet wipes are handy as well. Anything else, I'll add that during the during this film. So okay, are you ready to start? Right, pour some of the PVA into a plastic container, mix it well with the black acrylic, and then put the lid on whilst deciding what you would like to add to the CD. I prefer to use natural bits and pieces. Look at this lovely selection. I've got seeds, beans, lentils, dried lavender, lolly sticks, matchsticks, pistachio shells. Odd bits of lace are also great for creating texture. Because with a project like this, it is all about texture. The more texture you have on the project, the more effective it will be when it is painted, and you'll see that later. My elf self always tells me to experiment, and she also tells me to enjoy creating and to laugh a lot. She's very wise and has taught me so much. And I'm passing her knowledge on to you now. And I forgot to mention that you will need medical gauze for the next stage. I use a lot of cotton gauze. It costs very little and is super absorbent. Using the paintbrush, cover one side of the CD all over. Add a little PVA to your brush and with tapping movers all over, secure it to the back of the CD or DVD. Once it has been secured, the back needs to be dried. So I use an old hairdryer for this. Turn it over and cover the front with PVA. Now add a length of string to the back and push it down to make sure it's stuck properly. Now begin bringing the material forwards and secure a little at a time with the brush and a little bit more PVA. Secure the whole sheet and create as many creases as you can. Lovely, lovely texture. I love texture. I've been collecting bottle tops for ages because I thought they would come in handy one day. You know, the sort of things you think will come in handy? Well, this one did. So add more gauze to cover the bottle top. And then what we do next is we add even more gauze to create some more interesting texture. Texture. Keep on pushing it about. And see what I've done with the gauze? By poking it and manipulating it with the toothpick, just bringing it up, raising a bit, getting some depth. As I mentioned before, it is all about the texture. I keep on at you about this, don't I? But you won't forget, it's so important. Now cut a few lengths of string and pull them apart, and then put them in a little plastic top. Use your brush to saturate the string, swish it about. Plastic knife is good to pick it up, and then attach the string and create more in the same way. Just keep on adding bits. I use dried mung beans to create fruit. You can use any dried beans. Then I often add pistachio shells to my creations, and I also like eating pistachios, so that's a good thing. I added more fruit and string, and then I added some MDF shapes. The fantastic MDF shapes are available from hobbylicious.com. My friend Deborah runs this company with her daughter Cleo. And once everything is in place, paint on more PVA to cover it, and then dry it with a hairdryer. I don't really like it so grey, I wanted it to be darker, so I actually covered it with black paint. So why do I paint it black? Well, once I've highlighted the raised surfaces, the black naturally becomes the shadow. Now for dry brushing. I put a little white acrylic on the tip of a dry, clean paintbrush, then ran the brush over a sheet of kitchen towel to remove most of the paint. Once most of the paint was removed, I ran the brush lightly over the surface so that just the raised parts become highlighted with the white. So why paint it white if I want to actually colour it? Well, it makes sense really, because if you've got a nice white background, the colour will show up. But if you put the colour straight onto the dark beneath it, it will just be absorbed. So look what it looks like now. I painted over it with different colours, and this is the result I got. I think it's amazing, and I really hope you have lots and lots of fun with it. So here are some more ideas. These are all bits I've collected to use, and these are houses I made out of PVA whilst on holiday in New Zealand last year. Pistachio nut shells again, and torn up egg boxes. The moss was made of couscous. The roof was made of little bits of old bark and then soaked in PVA. You know what? The sky's your limit, everybody. Just go for it.